Hello, beautiful people. I hope that you had a very good week. Today, we're going to talk about the reasons why people procrastinate. But before that, let me give you the following advice. We have a virus, the coronavirus, that is killing thousands of people on this earth. Your life is precious. My advice to you today is take it seriously and follow whatever measures your government is putting in place to keep you safe. It has already killed thousands of people. You don't want to be one of them. So stay safe, be safe, and God keep you safe. Why people procrastinate? Let's dive into this. That's next. There are several reasons why people procrastinate. And today I'm going really to focus on 4 of those reasons. Reason number 1, people are afraid to lose. People are afraid to fail. If you talk with people who really procrastinate, and if they're really honest about themselves, they're going to tell you that sometimes they procrastinate because they're afraid. They're afraid to lose. They're afraid to fail. And it's totally fine, in my view, to be afraid. To be afraid when you have big dreams. Because if you're really serious about your dreams, those dreams should be big enough to be scary. When you have big dreams, it means that the odds are not in your favor. For that reason, it's okay to be afraid. It's totally okay to be afraid. What is not okay is what sometimes fear makes you doing. Many people do not pursue their dream because they're afraid. That's wrong. Even if you're afraid, you should still take the step. Even if you're afraid, you should still take the leap of faith. Even if you're afraid, you should still pursue your dream. And it is fine if you fail down the road. Everyone fails. The moment where you go after success, that very moment, you're actually also going after failure. And sometimes you will have to fail many times before you succeed. And that's totally fine. What is not fine is when you fail and you give up. That's where the problem comes in. But as long as you fail and you're still willing to go after success, it's totally fine. So even if you're afraid, do not procrastinate. People sometimes postpone stuff because they say, well, I don't have the experience. I never done it before. So I just can't start because I have no experience into this. This is like a chicken egg problem, basically. Because you don't want to do something because you have no experience. Well, for you to have an experience, you have to at least have done it once. So without doing it, you won't have the experience. So you're basically not going to start. It's not because you're procrastinating that you're going to get the experience at some point. It's not going to happen. You have at some point to make the decision to start. To give it a first shot, and then to get the experience, and then keep refining and tweaking the experience until you get good at it. So you have to start somewhere. It doesn't matter, just start. And really, if you really think about this, if you really after a big dream, if you really after a big goal, there is no way for you to have an experience into this. No, because it's going to be your first time. In any case, it's going to be your first time. So you should not say, I don't have the experience so I can't start. No, just start. Just do it. Just start the thing. And you're going to get the experience. You're going to make mistakes. Yes, but that's fine. The more you will be making mistakes, the more you will get more experience. And then you will be able to achieve whatever dream you're after. Third reason why people procrastinate, they say, I want to make sure that I have covered all the angles, all the corners before I start. I want to make sure that my planning is fine, is perfect. I want to make sure that I have, simulate all the possible situations or scenarios before I start. That's fine. And I really respect that, By training, I'm an economist. By training, I'm a statistician. And, economists and statisticians, they do a lot of simulations, a lot. They do scenarios, they look at different possibilities, and what that will be, the implications of each scenarios, of each different assumptions. We do that a lot, and that's fine. But here's the truth about success. Here's the truth about the road to success. No matter how well you will be prepared, no matter how well you will plan, there will always be something that you have not foreseen. There will always be something that you have not planned. Why? Because you're not God. There is no way for you to come up with all the possible situations. Nature will always remind you that it is nature and that you're just a human being. So great if you want to plan. Great if you want to have thousands of plans. But let me also remind you that in life, sometimes you will not have a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan Z. Most of the time in life, you only have one plan because your resources are limited. So don't wait to have crossed the T's and dotted the I's before you start. Just start. Just start somewhere. The most important thing when you're after success is not your ability to plan for all possible situations. It's not your ability to foresee all possible situations. The most important thing is your ability to react, is your ability to solve problems as they arise. That's what we call mental agility. You start something, there will be problem A arising. You have to be able to be ready to solve it and move to problem B. When you're on the road to success, do not expect to have no problem. That's not the right attitude. When you're on the road to success, you should always expect that there will be problems. There will be unforeseen situations. There will be unexpected issues. But what you should always expect from yourself is your ability to deal with the problem as soon as it rises and then to take care of the problem and move forward. That's what success is about. Fourth reason why people procrastinate. They say, you know what? It's not the right time. Circumstances are not right. Situation is not ripe. So I'm going to wait. Let me tell you the hard truth. There will never be a good time. There will never be a right time in life. Never. I've known people who would say, I can't have a baby because it's not the right time. I'm now starting a job, so I'll do it next year. And 2 years down the road, it's not the right time because now I have started the job. I'm getting some traction from my bosses, so I really need to push myself for another 2 years. And 2 years down the road, they say, you know what? I just got a promotion from my boss. They're really happy with me. This is a new position. I really need to prove and to do the job right. And they keep postponing until they get to the point where they can't have a baby. And that applies to many situations in life. There will never be a right time. Life will never put together the circumstances so that it's so right for you to act. No. Life will never do that for you. Life does not do that for anyone. The right time, you decide of the right time. Of course you pray. Of course you ask God to guide you. But at some point, you have to make a decision of when you want to do the thing that you have to do. That's what it is. So stop finding the excuse of saying it's not the right time. It will never be the right time. You decide of the right time. You decide of the timing. And when you think that it's the moment for you to act, just do it. I've seen many people having great ideas and saying, I think today is not the right time. I'm going to do it tomorrow or next week or the week after or next month. Let me tell you the trick with that. Sometimes you need to understand how our brains work. Let me tell you a few things about the brain. Brain hates new stuff. Let me say it again. Your brain hates new stuff, new things, new ideas. The brain hates that. Because for the brain, everything new is usually associated with uncertainty, and brains hate uncertainties. The brains do not like that. They really do not like that. All brains. Very few brains actually like uncertainties. Most brains hate uncertainties. So when you have an idea, when you have a dream, when you have a goal, something new that you want to do, when you have something new that you want to do, what your brain will do, your brain will start thinking about possible ways of keeping you from doing it. But for brain to succeed into this, brain needs time to come up with excuses. So the more you say, I'm going to do it tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, this is perfect for your brain, because your brain is going to find distractions, new things, other things that it's going to put into your days, your weeks, your months, your years, so that you never get to do the things that the brain thinks is associated with uncertainty and doesn't want you to do. That's the reason why, as soon as you have an idea, take the first step. Just go and do it. Just take the first step. It will not be perfect. It would be problematic. It might not be what you want. Just take the first step. Once you're done with the first step, go for the second step. Once you're done with the second step, go for the next one. The next one, until you reach your goal. If you don't want to procrastinate, be pragmatic and just do it. Thank you very much for watching. Live bold, trust yourself, trust God, stay blessed, stay safe. God bless you. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.